Okay, so no intro today because I got IRL shit I gotta do. Very, very super busy as it is. I know it's a Monday, but whatever. But still follow me on Patreon, on BitChute, Brighteon, all the other social media platform sites like Minds, Reddit, Telegram, just in case my channel gets shut down, terminated, shadow ban, what have you, God forbid. Anyways, I was gonna talk about two other little small mini things that went down, I guess for the past 2-3 days ago, but I'll leave the link in the description box down below if I remember to do that. I might talk about it Friday, Saturday if I'm good at today. Because Tuesday, tomorrow, I'm gonna be reacting to that new Flash that stars, of course, Ezra Miller. Granted, he's in a lot of shitload of trouble for the past 4 or 5 years, but it is what it is. Anyways, yeah, I'll talk about that. And then there was some drama that was going on. Well, once again, that chick Justin Mix's friend, Cutie Cinderella. I'll probably talk about that Friday or Saturday since I don't really feel like doing it today, even though it happened like 2-3 days ago. But it'll probably be very, very relevant by the time I even get to it Friday, Saturday, but I'll still speak my mind on it, even though it's going to be super old as hell by that point, but whatever. Anyways, I got to give credit to the man, the myth, the absolute legend. God's here, freaking legend that told us about me. Well, actually, it wasn't even a person that told me about it. I think it was gamesindustry.biz or Video Games Chronicles, one of their Twitter accounts. When I was scrolling through Twitter to see what I want to talk about news today. Fortunately, this happened, but one of the OGs of the OGs. Absolute biggest part of my childhood when it came to the SNES, original NES, and N64 era. This man, the myth, the absolute god tier legend, head of his time of the video game industry that made the video game industry stand up to his own 2 feet even after the freaking crash of 86, 87 when Nintendo ended up saving it. And of course, Sony, Microsoft, and Sega would have never been around if Nintendo would never saved the freaking video game industry, obviously, but granted, they're a greedy ass piece of shit company sometimes, but still got so many old school nostalgia, good freaking games I grew up on when I was a kid. But this man right here that used to work for Rare, the CEO, head honcho himself, I never even knew his name, but JoelHocberg, former Rare director for the video games that you know about, stuff I grew up with as a mid-late 90s, early 2000s kid, like Donkey Kong series, Battletoads, Banjo Kazooie, like the music I'm playing in the background right now, Banjo Tooie, and of course the last one I think they did for Nintendo was Conker's Bad Fur Day, and then that was it. But man, real old school nostalgic dude here, man. I even know the CEO's name before I even did this. This randomly popped out, like I said before. I'll say it again. I think it was from GamesIndustry.biz or Video Games Chronicles. I saw this from. So I haven't seen any of the YouTubers talk about this. Maybe there's a couple big YouTubers that talk about video game industry shit, but I just haven't seen them. These are the 7-8 that I follow. I haven't heard them talk about it. But anyways, JoelHocberg, former Rare director, has unfortunately passed away. Got to give a rest in peace to this man because the music that this guy was in charge of, granted, was David Wise that did a lot of the music for Rare. And he was even in charge of GoldenEye, too. He did all the music for freaking Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3 for the original SNES, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Banjo-Kazooie, like I said before, Battletoads, GoldenEye 07. So he did a lot in Perfect Dark 1 and 2, I think he even did. David Wise did. I'm not sure if JoelHocberg hired him for that, which he probably did. I don't know. So it says the video game pioneer has also served as president of Rare Industries, or Incorporation, Inc. So yeah, this comes from, GamesIndustry.biz. This is from there, because it says it on the website. So I guess it was there. I thought it was Video Games Chronicles. No, it could have been from there too. I don't know. So I got a credit due from Jesse Razua, or Rosoa, however you say his last name. Got to credit this man. So let's get into it, unfortunately. JoelHocberg, hopefully I'm saying that right, former director of game studio Rare, has died at the age of 87. As reported by the Miami Herald, he survived by his wife, children, and grandchildren in 1986, literally like 3 years before I was born. Wow. He joined Rare founders of Tim Stamper and Chris Stamper in the overseas firm businesses of the operation within the U.S. division, which is based off Miami, Florida. He also served as a president of the sister company Rare Coin Inc., which only created the coin operation-based machines. So he started as an arcade cabinet designer person before he ended up being CEO of the company. Okay. That's how he started. Okay. I had no idea. Honestly, I'm just learning about this for the first time because I haven't even read this article before I started doing this video. But anyways, Let's get on to the next one. I wanted to play some more other Banjo-Kazooie music that's real nostalgia to me, even though granted I never played this game in my entire life, but one of my cousins had the game, so I played a little bit of it, half of it. So I have a little bit of mini nostalgia, but super old school nostalgia now, but it was mini nostalgia for me at the time. I was a 7, 8-year-old kid. Anyways, let's jump back into it again. I'm sorry I'm a little hyped up. I was just finished drinking like a full throttle not too long ago. Swear to God I'm not sponsored. So Hunchberg, oh yeah, before we were in Rare, he used to work as a president arcade, Century Marks. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Yeah, Centurion. Hunchberg is given a special thanks among rare video game credits such as GoldenEye, Donkey Kong Country, and Conker's Bad Fur Day. Forgot to mention Battletoads and Banjo-Kazooie, but whatever, I'll give him a pass on that. The former executive was eulogized. I've never seen this word before. I think it's utilize or eulogized. Eulogized on Twitter by Rareware co-founder Tim Stamper. And this is what he said, quotes, President of Ware Coinet Incorporated, Inc., Miami, and former director of Rare Limited, Tywin Cross, hopefully I'm saying it right, Twin Cross. Joel changed the course of the history. He brought us our first Nintendo Famicom systems on one of his first many trips to Japan, said Stamper. It was also eulogized by the Rare Game Studios. The firm said, quote, Rest in peace, Joel, and thank you from all of us here for everything you have done for Rare. Yeah, so real quick thoughts, views, and opinions. I know it's a little bit shorter than normal, but honestly, the guy that, dude, bro, it hurts to see it, man. You really had to see it, man. He was an 87, 88-year-old man. This guy was real close, unfortunately, to his deathbed because, once you hit your 70s, 80s, 90s, you're pretty much just waiting for death at that point, unfortunately. I mean, I'll be lucky if I get to be hitting a 70, 80, 90-year-old man if I keep eating fast food, of course. I might end up passing away before that, unfortunately, if I keep eating that crap shit junk food, but it's addicting. What can I say, It's fucking America for you, unfortunately. Anyways. Yeah, quick thoughts, views, and opinions. Like, this man is an absolute icon for making so many one of the most biggest video game freaking franchises, the late 80s, early mid-late 90s. If you were a 90s kid back in the day, even if you were an 80s kid, mid-late 80s, early 90s teenager back then, if you guys are older than me, if you're like, 40, 45, 50 or something, you probably remember playing a bunch of his arcade cabinets. I didn't even know he made arcade cabinets, so this dude's been around for a while. And he had Nintendo Famicom video games on their consoles in Japan, too, so this dude was a big deal in Japan and the United States. He was one of the old school pioneers for video gaming entertainment at that time. Dude wise beyond his years. I honestly salute the man out of this the hell out of this guy because he made so many of the greatest franchises I grew up with. Even like before, like at that time I played Duck Hunt Dog Yoshi's Island. It's the first two Nintendo IPs I played. I wouldn't play Donkey Kong Country and then later on Banjo-Kazooie. Conker's Bad Fur Day, I don't think I ever got to play, but I remember seeing demos of it when, stuff like KB Toys and Blockbuster used to be a thing. I do remember playing Diddy Kong Racing a few times. I'm not sure if Rare made that. They probably did because it had Rare software icons on there. It wasn't until I think 2001 or 2002 when Rare ended up getting sold out from Nintendo to like Microsoft, and then anything that was an Xbox 360, or Xbox One from that point, it all belongs to Rare now. Rare's the one that Microsoft is the one that owns Rare Studios now. So yeah, there's that. And of course, years later, when 2018, 2019 came around, like 4 or 5 years earlier, they decided to put freaking Banjo-Kazooie and freaking Smash Bros. Thank God. Best year of my life there, I'm not going to lie, 2018, 2019. So let's get on to the next little bit here. Hopefully I get to the next bit. So yeah, this silly-ass crap here. More SJW shit. I know I was a little bit serious at that time, but this time I'm a little sad about this part. And granted, I will say this. All the black African-American versions of what Hermione Greenwich would look like if she was a black chick, I will admit this. Usually I'm not a real big fan when it comes to African-American women and shit like that, but she actually still looks real hot as fuck. I'll admit it. She looks super pretty as hell still. Whether she's a black chick, white, she could be a Hispanic, Latina, Asian, Arab, Middle East, West Indian. As long as she's drawn Rule 34 wise, I don't care what race she is. But as far as a live action character goes, that's a little different. I don't know. This comes from Kate Harrell. Harry Potter fans suggest that Hermione should be played by a black actor reboot. So let's jump into this bad boy over here and let's begin. Yeah, so this is about 5 days old as well. So I know it's a little better late than never, but before I begin, let's almost get it started. Get a credit card is due. Kazooie and Diddy on Geeky Sparkles from Clownfish TV. I heard this from them. Links to description down below. If I decide to remember to put the video down there, so credit goes to them for letting me know about this. So pretty wild shit. Let's truly get started. You know what franchise is in real need of a reboot? Harry Poter series. No wonder. Oh wait, someone did say that already. HBO exclusive says size. I suppose we are bound in everything that's eventually happened. As the world's most popular film franchise, getting a reboot because, well, money. Just last week, HBO, which is the week before last week, so probably 2 weeks ago now, revealed that the new Harry Poter TV series is in the works. Which I remember hearing about it, but I didn't feel like doing a reaction. It was only 40 seconds, so it wasn't that much to look at or react to. So there's that. So the decade-long project will be faithfully adapted by J.K. Rowling's novels. Will be roughly one season per book. The series will feature an all-new cast, casting rumors, and already rifled. One member is the original cast season thriller at the thought of the reboot. In fact, that seems to be the sentiment of most people. One suggested that the popping up in the thoughts that Hermione should be played by as a black African American actress in the upcoming reboot series. And it also goes on to say, in the filming series, Hermione Granger was of course played by Emma Watson, which, I'm not gonna lie, that chick, honestly, just like how I had a huge ass crush on back in the day in the 2000s, like Lindsay Lohan, Hilary Duff, probably Amanda Bynes, definitely Megan Fox, and freaking, who else was there I had a real big crush on? Megan Fox and Emma Stone. Biggest ones I had a crush on in middle school and high school back in the day. Those are my babes right there. Most of them are white girls, obviously, but that's the ones I like to know, so that's probably like Asian chicks and Latinos too. But anyways, getting off topic here. um, then in the original London cast of the stage show Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, the character was played by Anoma Demuwenzi, hopefully I'm saying that right. Several other black actresses subsequently took over the role, including Paula Arundel, hopefully I'm saying that right, and Yana McIntosh. I think that's how you say it, McIntosh. Now, some people are saying that they'd likely like to see a black Hermione in the reboot series. Back when the Cursed Child was cast, R-word remarks were made in a remote or made over Hermione's casting. At the time, J.K. Rowling said, quote, Hermione can be a black woman with my absolute blessing and enthusiasm. Wow, she said that. I don't even remember her saying that, but this must have been like 2011 or 12 and it was still going on at that time, a couple of years back. But yeah, let's continue forward. Also goes on to say, best actress for the job. Acting the actress Noma Demowinzi says the best actress for the job. For some other people are hoping that the sentiment will apply to the reboot. Says Twitter will usually have Avatar Orby. Oh no, Twitter user Avatar Orby said, I really hope J.K. Rowling sticks to her guns and makes Hermione black in HBO's Harry Potter series reboot, like she previously said, unquote. Others are concerning that about the backlash that the young actress may have faced, though, and that the implications surrounding the aspect of her storyline. Mouse Abolition wrote, quote, I'm so sorry, but Black Hermione is not the casting flex anyone wants it to be. Half of her story is getting hate crimes with magic. The other half is doing homework for her two white boys who low-key hate her. And that's probably one of these BL plus SJW cancel culture dumbass fucking idiots on the internet don't know what they're talking about. Or it's a fucking algorithm bot. This might not even be a real person. Posing several important considerations. Now that the casting search continues. This is Harry Potter, TV, and Warner Bros. So yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions on this topic. Again, I don't really like talking when it comes to whole race, ethnicity, and stereotypes and all that shit. I try to stay away from that stuff because it's kind of real touchy, real hot, debatable political topics I don't really want to get into because I don't want to get my ass and shit canceled on this fucking website. Granted, regardless of whatever race, ethnicity you are, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Latino, Arab, Middle East, regardless of what you are, doesn't matter. As long as you got a good heart and good soul, you're not hurting anyone. Hey, that's all that should really focus on this world. Honestly, that and getting a little bit of extra money here and there, but not making that your number one goal priority. So all guys, hey for now, know how your links down below. Cards on sign. That's it. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys, fans. Like monsters, see you. Have a good day, have a night, wherever you're out there. This moves your constant channel, video game issues, and monsters, torture dramas. I'm done here. Later, bye.